Welcome back to Lotus Yoga and Counseling. It's been a long day of getting errands done, but I really wanted to post another video because I know it's been a few days. So today we are going to be looking at how to make a recipe book journal, something that you can add to. We're not doing a three hole pamphlet stitch like I've shown you in previous videos. We're making it with a different type of binding that allows you to take pages out of it and also allows you to slip pages into it. So it's kind of a living document journal. And for this, you're going to need basically just whatever you would use for a regular journal, and then maybe something a little bit more durable for the outside of it. I used vinyl adhesive paper, the kind that you use to like line drawers, and that will help it, if anything gets on it, stuff will just roll right off of it and you can wipe it clean. So grab and gather your things and we'll get started. I've made this journal out of a piece of packaging, and then I coated it with this kind of, that vinyl stuff that you use to cover drawers, self-adhesive paper. I bought way too much of this when we moved, so now I'm trying to use it up. And I had this envelope pre-made. I glued it down with hot glue, so if there's something that we want to stick in there, that's a good place for that. So it'll just, hopefully kind of stay shut a little more as we use it. I'll make a clasp for it as well. I've taken some paper from paper bags and I have cut them down so that they'll fit in here. Some of them are different sizes, and I actually ironed them, which is a very satisfying thing to do, by the way. It's also kind of nice when you have the ones with glue, like the part with glue, because it smells really nice. So these are what we call signatures, and I'm going to be able to add to them and take away from them, and I'll show you how. I have some baker's twine. I'm going to leave a little 2-inch tail, and I'm going to take the working twine and wrap it around 1, 2, and 3 times. I'm going to cut just a little more than the 2 inches originally that I had. I'll show you what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of work. I should have probably done this while it was closed. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's fine. What you do is you close it up. And I really don't like these little bits hanging out, so I get rid of those. So what you have now is, I'm gonna organize them a little bit here, hold on. Actually, I did this upside down. I'm just gonna move this, there we go. So what you have now, you'll see are 1, 2, 3 pieces of string. There we go. And you can put them, there we go, in order like this. I hope that wasn't too confusing, but now you have the, whatchamacallit. So that's how many signatures will fit in here. So each piece of paper is folded in half into another piece of paper. You look for the middle of your signature, which is this page. Grab a hold of one of the strings. Actually, I'm gonna do it from this side. I'm gonna work my way to the left. And you just kind of work it in. And there's one of your signatures. This is one of the coolest ways to bind a journal, because I can write things directly on here, obviously. I can embellish directly on here while it's in the signature. But let's say for some reason I wanted to take one of these pages out. Like, let's say I decided I really didn't like this little piece. Now it's gone. If I want to put it back, slide it right back in. It is that easy. I'm gonna do the same thing with this signature. Here's the middle. I'm going to grab the second piece, feed these through. It's not the easiest process in the world to get them all in, but once they're in, they're not really going anywhere. Come on. That piece might have been a little too tall. There we go. And then as you add the papers in here, this gets thicker. This gets some more love to it. I don't really mind that these pages are sticking out. I think it kind of makes it just more interesting. And then look, you can move the pages around. So as long as they are bound tightly enough into the strings, I guess, then they're not going anywhere. I need to have a way to close this up. Usually the best way to do that, I find, is to just take a piece of ribbon and secure it. I might do that. I might find another way to do it. Let's see what we can do with brads. All right, the brad did not work for a very simple reason, being that if you put a brad in here and then opened this up and tried to write on it, you're going to come up against that little bump. So what I did was I took a piece of ribbon. I'm going to let it live here underneath the signature bindings so it doesn't get lost. And then, oh, it's already fraying, which I think is kind of nice. And then let me show you how you would use this. So let's say, for example, you thought of something that you wanted to do for a recipe. I just had a Post-it nearby. So you would write the thing down, boom, there it is. A thought that isn't going anywhere. I have an extra one of these. By the way, the more that you wrap it, that many more signatures, you'll have that many more signatures. So if for some reason I wanted another signature in here, which it could probably hold, I could either add another paper in here, which I was gonna show what that looks like. Like, if for some reason I had written something on here and I wanted to keep it, you just, this one's kind of hard to do because it's bigger than the page. All you do, and you can even open it up and put it somewhere random in here. You just open it up and tuck it. And so as long as it's up against the fold of that signature, it's not going anywhere. And then I had this, an article from the most recent PCC Sound Consumer newspaper. I really like this. In fact, it's too big for, well, I don't know. I might be able to make this into the cover, but I want to keep this. I want to read some of this article, but I'm not ready to read it yet. So I'm just going to stick it in here. There it is. Now every time I open this up, I can see little kittyos and a little butterfly, and it's just going to live in here. And then when I'm all done using it for the day, I'm just going to make a ribbon. Voila. That's it. So you can put all sorts of neat stuff in here. This could be something you hold on to for years. It really depends on how well you take care of it. And then if you find yourself needing something bigger because it just won't hold all your stuff, then you get to upgrade and take some of this cool stuff with you. All right, I hope that was helpful for you. If you found it helpful and you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. As I'm still building the channel, I'm looking for feedback, what kinds of things people want to see. If you think the videos are too long or need something more, I would really love to hear that, because I am taking those requests as I'm learning what it means to make videos for YouTube. So again, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.